Hello everyone, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this finds you well. I have this cute little card to share with you today. Isn't it sweet? It's this little, well, the story I told myself was this little bunch of kids in their homemade pirate ship going off to find some treasure, and I absolutely loved it. So let's get on and make another one. I'm going to show you how I did it. We're going to start off with some ink blending. So we're just going to put down a base layer here of colour. And the colours here I've used for the blending are um, Pool Party and Balmy Blue and also some Coastal Cabana. And you're just going to see I'm just using a very light hand, putting some colour down. I know it doesn't show up very well on the camera, but it is actually happening there. So just putting that down, just going around. So that was a balmy blue, and I'm not sure which one this is. I couldn't read it upside down. I'm just going to go in here with the base with some stronger colour. I think this is Coastal Cabana, or the other one was Pool Party, and this is balmy blue actually, I think. And you can see here I'm just putting more colour down, and I know it looks blotchy on the camera, but it isn't in real life. And also when you put the colour down initially, it'll look a little bit blotchy, but it does actually nicely um, even out once the ink dries. And then I'm going with some here at the top. So we have a little one, so you'll see once it's dried, you'll have a piece that looks like the sky, which is what we're doing at the moment. And then below it will be the sea. So there we go. So actually I think this is, to say again, I think this is actually balmy blue, and for the sea we used Pool Party and Coastal Cabana. And then I've left a little bit of a lighter piece strip in the center to be sort of like the horizon. So I'm just going over again, deciding if I'm happy with it. And then we're just going to close everything up, put that away. And I'm just going to have one final go, just blending everything out here, as you can see. And there we have our background done and dusted. Okay, so let's set that aside. And now we're going to work on our focal image, which is our little pirate ship here. And you can see this is the stamps that we're going to use. Kidding Around. We're going to use this large little boat here with all the little kitty winks in it. And I'm just getting my simple chamois ready so I can easy clean up. And we're going to stamp a Memento Tuxedo Black so that we can colour in using the Stampin' Blend alcohol markers. So let's put that aside. And then I'm going to use Playing in the Rain, and I'm just for these cloud images. So I'm just going to ink those up as well, and then just stub those in there. So I'm using up all my scraps. So let's get on and do some colouring. As I said, we're going to colour using the Stampin' Blend alcohol markers. And these are my favourite alcohol markers. I find them really easy to use. And here I'm just colouring in my what you call it, bottom of my boat where I'm doing it blue. So I've put down my first layer of dark balmy blue, and then I'm going in with my lighter layer here just to sort of blend everything out. And I tend to go backwards and forwards between the colours, the light and the dark, until I'm happy with what I've actually achieved. So you can see me going back in again with the dark colour just to darken everything up. Just doing my sunshine here, a little bit of light, a little bit of dark. And for that, I think I used my lemon lolly. There we go. Isn't that cute? So I sort of looked at it like it's sunshine with clouds and the little blue sea underneath. Now I'm just doing a hair, and I'm using the dark of the pecan pie, or pecan pie, however you want to say it. And I'm just sort of just doing stripes in her hair, so it looks a bit more funny here. But it'll all blend out, and this sort of gives a few highlights with her hair colour, so it doesn't all look flat and one colour, and then I'm just blending out with the lighter colour for her hair and for the hair for the little boy as well, as you can see. There we go. Okay, and as before, I'm going back in with my dark colour. I tend to do this all the time, going backwards and forwards until I achieve what I want to achieve. So, I'm going to have some blue again for his little hat here. I kept to the sort of limited colour palette of red, blues, and some yellows, along with a few neutrals as well. And then we're just going to do the flagpole here. And we're going to do her little top as well in blue. So again here I'm just outlining the image with the dark colour, and then I'm going to go in with the lighter colour to blend everything out. So there we are. I do find colouring so relaxing. I absolutely love it. I could sit there and colour all day. Just listen to an audiobook and sit there and colour, and I'm in heaven. Absolutely adore it. Okay, so now for our little flag, and for his top we're going to use some Poppy Parade, nice red pop of colour, make it really nice and vibrant. There we go, lovely jubbly. Okay, now I'm going to go in for her skin tones, and for that I'm just using the ivory. We've got quite a lot of lovely neutrals in the collection, so you can have a play and use whatever suits you. I'm going to use my little petal pink as well for some cheeks, etc. And I'm just going in, same as before, outlining the edge with the darker colours and then bringing in the lighter colours. I'm just trying to decide which of the neutrals I want to use. When you do use alcohol markers, I should say, it always looks a bit darker when you put down the colour initially, but it does dry lighter as the alcohol dries, so just be aware of that. And then you can see here me just colouring it all in. And there we go. There is a little image, all die cut out as well, using the matching dies. You can see here I'm playing the rain dies for the clouds, and then I use the matching dies for Kidding Around for the little boat. Now you can see here is my lovely background, and we're going to make a slit here in the background, sort of where I think the sea meets the horizon. And I'm just using my T-square ruler here to decide where I want that to be. And I just want to make a little slit because I want to tuck my boat into the background. I don't want to see the white at the bottom of the boat, so I'm actually going to make a little slit here, and it's not difficult to do, just with my craft knife and a self-healing mat. I'm just going over a few times, and you can see here I've got my slit, and I think I just need to make it a tiny bit longer, so let's do that. And then let's see if we can slip this in when we can. There we go, and I like that. So there's a little boat, so it looks like it's actually in the sea rather on top of the sea. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of glue along the base of my boat, and then I'm just going to tuck it into that slit. There we go, just gently with it, and then press down where that glue was. And now I'm going to put glue at the bottom of the boat, but not at the top, as I think I want to pop the top up on dimensionals to give it a bit more interest. So now I put glue on the back of my piece, and we're going to mat this onto our card base. Now card base is a standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. Okay, yes, I am going to use some dimensionals on the back of my little figures of my little kids, just so that they look raised up from the boat. And then take those backings off. Of course, they stick to everything, including you. I don't know whether you also find dimensional backings following you all over the place around the house and such like. I certainly do. Okay, so next job. I have a marker here. This is just a normal Stampin' Write marker, now in Coastal Cabana. And I'm just using it to add some waves to my sea. I'm just doing this freehand, as you can see. And I also added a little bit of shadow underneath my boat. Here you can see me doing it again, just so it looks a little bit darker there, as if there's a shadow. And now I'm just going to add my clouds. I'm going to pop those up on dimensionals as well. So there we go. We've got 3 of them, and I like to do things in 3s, but I feel it just looks less symmetrical. It's just more pleasing to the eye. So there we go, and then our last little cloud. And I think this is such a cute image. It always reminded me when I did this, I was thinking of you, if you remember reading Enid Blyton as a kid, the famous 5 or the Secret 7 going off on their adventures. And I thought of these 3 little kids being on a Secret 7 or famous 5 adventure while I was making this card. Do you ever tell yourself stories as you're making cards like this to help you put the card together? Let me know in the comments below. They're the 2 cards. I hope you liked them. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And please don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you wanted more information about the project, the links are all in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.